Yeah, just as the captain of this football team, it's my responsibility to get this team ready, along with a lot of the other senior leaders and leadership position guys, every single week. So I think right now, the mood is pretty simple. Nothing much needs to be said, but come Saturday at the Rose Bowl, we need to take care of business. And the greatest part about being a Sun Devil right now is that we know that we have the hardest working coach in the entire country, so that we can count on Coach Graham to prepare us as football players and for this leadership team that we have to prepare us, to prepare the teammates that we have on this team for Saturday. So we're excited, and nothing much needs to be said right now except that Saturday is a must-win.
Mike, Todd was talking about turnovers before on offense, termed it you guys self-destructing, and it's obviously something that hasn't been a characteristic of this program in the past. Is there any common theme you can find with the turnovers? Anything that's leading to those?
Yeah, common theme is, there's not really a common theme. I just think it's just extremely unfortunate. I think that, like we've talked about before, it's our identity. So whether it be, when we line up in stretch lines, it's just that emphasis of when you're holding the football, you're carrying the weight of this football team, and especially as a quarterback being careless with the ball, same situation. Just like when you're running with it, that ball is the pride and joy of this program, and we're gonna make sure we have an extreme emphasis going on to a Saturday that gets taken care of.
Mike, last year or in the past, this team's kind of had a reliable go-to third down type move the chains receiver. Has it been harder not having that Jalen Strong type of a guy that you can just kind of know is going to be there for you?
I mean, obviously, I think that's what we work for in timing, all fall camp and spring ball, and in the summer and whatnot. And obviously, we do have. I think this year we do have a dynamic where there's DJ, there's Ellis, there's Devin, Gary, there's Tim. There's so many other ways that we can find those one-on-one targets, and it might look a little bit. The presentation might look a little bit than the years past, but we still have the capabilities to make all those types of third down throws. And moving forward, it's something that we need to get better at. And as a quarterback, I just got to give our playmakers an opportunity to make a play.
Mike, Todd Graham talked about similarities compared to last season after a big home loss to UCLA, going and winning at USC. Do you feel it's a similar situation? Does it feel the same like it did this time last year, especially with the ability to respond?
Absolutely, and I think that's one of the best parts about having a lot of senior strength on this football team is for a lot of the young guys that are here haven't really experienced a situation like that. And I think it's our job as the people who have been here before, explain to those guys how important it is to go out and practice, go out and work, because it is very eerie. It's kind of eerie to see how similar it was to last year's, and now heading over to California. And it's like I said, it's a must-win situation. I think that guys are going to rise to the occasion, and we're just going to go out and work. That's all we can control, is that Tuesday practice needs to be the best practice it's ever been.
Mike, obviously this is a tough time for the team, but how difficult has this been for you? Because you've waited so long, and now you're in the starting role, and so far things haven't gone as planned.
Well, you just rise to the occasion. I mean, you never plan for a situation like this. You never plan for a loss. Obviously, going into the whole, going into your senior year with the rest of the people that have so much investment in here. But all you can control is that we have we can guarantee 8 games left. We have, like Coach was just talking about, we have 24 practices left, and you're just going to bust your tail to work and compete every single day, every single waking moment you have, while you still have the pitchfork on your helmet. And that's just the way we approach it. I think it's an exciting time because our back's against the wall. We're going to play like our chips on our shoulder. We play in the best conference in the country, and you wouldn't want it any other way. We want to face a top 10 opponent. We want to face teams that are beating really good teams out there. So we're just going to rise to the occasion. That's all we can do.
Mike, looking at this last game or the season to this point, both kind of in-game and then also watching back film, how have you felt about your read progression and just how you're seeing the picture of the defense and kind of where you're trying to throw the ball?
I think being a senior as a quarterback and being coached by Coach Norvell, you're extremely prepared for pretty much every situation you've been, especially going against Coach Graham's defense for all fall camp. You don't really see much things that are different when you go out on the field. And I feel feel I've been playing with my eyes very, well. I'm seeing the defense. I'm understanding my progressions because Coach Norvell's put me in great positions. He puts he teaches all of us quarterbacks pretty much everything you need to know about the position. So moving forward, it's just a daily development. Going out there practice tomorrow, it's mostly ball location. I think that's the biggest thing is we're getting to the right spot at the quarterback position, just giving us an opportunity to make plays. So just as even as a senior, I'm excited about what I can learn watching the film and making sure that get this offense moving the sticks.
Mike, I just want to get the general mood of the team right now. And just, you kind of touched on it about going, I got it, Chris, about going to, is this really a galvanizing moment for the team, maybe a turning point for the season for the squad?
Absolutely. I think we have too many guys in here with too much investment for people to be worried at this point about what the mood is. I think, like I said before, it's our job as seniors to teach these young guys how to rise to the occasion, how to practice, how at 8 o'clock at night when you got people texting you and calling you what's coming out of your mouth and whether you're listening to yourself or just talking to yourself. And I think that December 5th is something that's not out of the equation right now. We as a football team know that we can be playing in this Pac-12 championship and have the capability of being the best team in this division. So it's just an opportunity for this program to grow. Not the way you draw it up, but the way it's just kind of it's very fulfilling when you can bring your team together in a situation like this and come out with wins. They're not always going to be easy wins. They might be in the last 3 seconds of the game, but it's going to be a fun ride from here on out.
One last thing, I want to get your thoughts on UCLA defensively.
Yeah, obviously they're very talented football team. They've done very well until this point. We have, being able to play them for the last couple of years, we kind of have a good feel of their personnel, and they've had some unfortunate injuries. But the biggest thing right now is that we take care of ourselves. We get, our offensively, defensively, special teams. We play with high effort, high attitude, and we go out and get a win Saturday.
UCLA has some speed rushers. Do you feel like your offensive tackles are kind of settling in after that first game and how things have progressed from there?
Well, we have offensive line. We just don't have offensive tackles. Yeah. So, and the offensive line is a group of 5 people, and they work extremely well together. They're the most dynamic unit that I feel that we have on our team because they have the best relationship. So, center, guards, and tackles. There's 5 of them, and I think that they played an outstanding game last Saturday. So it's just being able to see the way they've communicated on the field, on the sideline with myself and Coach Thompson being on there on the field. It's really exciting to see how well they've played week to week to week, and it's only going to get better.
There is some expression of frustration about fans leaving at halftime. How does that affect the players on the field? And what would you say to the fans that are frustrated with this team right now?
Well, as in the heat of the moment, it's something that you can't control. Obviously, it was a situation where, obviously not favorable as a fan when it looks like that at halftime. But at the end of the day, myself and a lot of other people on this team, we love the fans. We really do. Sun Devil Nation has been so good to this team over the last 4 or 5 years, however long you've been here. It could be 3 weeks, and you can know that Sun Devil Nation is one of a kind. But just being able to just hang with us, and I promise you that this football team will rise to the occasion, and we're going to be competing every single day, not just on Saturdays. It could be in the classroom, in the community, on the field. This football team will produce, and just hang with us, and I promise you that next time we be in Sun Devil Stadium, it will be different. And we love you guys, and that's all we can do right now.